Yeah, that kind of works. I could like walk this way too. Look at that. Look at that. Spin. Spin. Well, I'm going to be using the mouse and keyboard, so you're not going to see me pressing too many buttons, but you can see me like actually have my hands on my desk. That. In fact, I might like position like this, kind of. Maybe like that. We'll see. Okay. Let me turn down the music and turn up the game. I think about this game so much since Thursday. The story and the beautiful art style has me invested. I know, I'm so invested. I know. Same. Big same. Okay, we'll leave it on here. Let me know if, once they start the game if it needs to be louder or not. But I think this game, like, audio-wise, ends up being louder than I expected it to be. I think. There is a beta for controller support. Oh. That's okay. I don't mind mousing it. Okay. Oh yeah, we're doing high roller mode. Oh god. That means there's no takesy backsies. Oh wait. I have an outfit. Hold on. Let me like make sure this works before I accidentally take my clothes off. Let me just like hide me. It does work. It does work. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Good night. Good night, you floofer. Good night, sheep. Take care. So, no, I didn't update this. And actually, you can still see this clipping. Unfortunately. It's okay. Maybe I'll update the, or see if I find time to update this more later this week. But, yeah. Let's see. Are you sure about this? You have questions too, don't you? Actually, hold on. Let me move my microphone a little bit to be a little more conducive to standing while playing the game. Okay. And rotate you. Okay, there we go. Hopefully this works. Yeah, you see me miming? That's that. My desk is here. Can we recap for chat? Yes, yes. Good idea. And is this where we actually left off though? Wait. Hold on. Did it not save? I wonder if it didn't save. No, because where's Nurse Darling, David Asher, Morgan. We just got Sarah to lie to you. Is Sarah not in our profiles then? Oh, maybe Sarah's not in our profiles. Okay. I see. Maybe this maybe the level started here. Oh yeah, here's the painting. No, it's not. That's not the painting. No, it's not. I don't know. We'll see. Well, we left off at the end of a chapter or section, so I'm wondering if this like. Yeah. No. I think we ended off the chapter, so this is the start of a new chapter, and this is we're like starting here. Okay. So, recap. This, not her over there. That's Morgan. That's our main character. We are a like a city defense attorney. Also, maybe have a little bit of a serial killer thing going on, like an itsy bit of murder sometimes. Just for fun, just for a treat. I guess. That's what we found out or did in the first like prologue chapter. Chapter 1 started off, I think, a month after their previous initial case, and with you finding out that like somebody named David Asher has died. Asher is this person, who I think gender ambiguous or gender fluid. You're not supposed to be doing that. A little murder for funsies, though. Come on. So Asher basically created or like single-handedly revolutionized like automatons and robots in this world. So this is set in the far future, like in the what are we in like late 20,000s or 2000s, like 2080, 2090, and we're at a point where like androids cyborgs, I guess they're calling them cyborgs, are just like all around us, and they like, you know, like manage stores, they do all like a lot of different things. They're like human-like, but they have barcodes on them to identify them as non-human. And Asher's work is what like broke the mold for allowing it to get to the level that it is now. And Asher is dead. He was found dead last night at like 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. somewhere around. And we got a call from their secretary, who is this person, saying that Asher had left something for Morgan, because it sounds like Morgan and Asher were something of a thing before. I don't think we know exactly what level of a thing, but from the sounds of it, they were some romantic involvement, is what I would assume. Was Asher using he, him pronouns? I couldn't remember. So we're here, there's a active crime scene going on, but we went to Asher's lab, and Asher had left something for Morgan, and the thing that Asher left for Morgan turned out to be this like highly advanced cyborg named Sarah, who seems to be like advanced to the point of they are probably like their own sentient being and don't take commands. Asher using he, him, I think he just pronoun. Okay. So we just asked Sarah to lie for us. I think we're now tasked with trying to prove that Asher did not kill himself, because that's what the current like theory is, but the beliefs is that like it looks like a suicide, but that seems very unlikely. Right now, I'm just a little better equipped to get answers than you are. Okay, go for it. I'll make sure they're watching. There's Sarah, right there. Is the air quality at Noble headquarters kept up to state standards? What's that? All these Noble employees seem to have asthma. Was Father also working under such poor conditions? Huh. They don't have asthma. Then why are they carrying inhalers? Yes, ma'am. She's right over here. Hold on. What was that? Inhaler. First legalized in 2083, the stimulant sold under the name Adroxone has since become one of the most widely used drugs in the corporate world. Oh, as a class 2 stimulant of least concern, employees of any corporation is in a good standing with the Bureau of Narcotics Oversight can have access to Adroxone without prescription, so long as their HR representatives feel it would be beneficial to their performance. Workplace Adroxone, as it is sometimes called, is dispensed to biomonitored enhanced inhalers that automatically detect overdoses and keep track of possible habit formation. That was keeping track of a habit formation? Automatic safety levels may be adjusted at supervisor's discretion. Unsubstantiated claims that Adroxon was first invented as a purely recreational drug by the notorious violent Skullhead Mafia caused enough of a stir that in 2083, a formal investigation committee was formed. Unfortunately, in 2084, the industrial hydrogen fuel accident resulted in the deaths of all 391 known Skullhead members, placing the investigation at an indefinite standstill. That sounds like a cover-up. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a stimulant and an inhaler. That's yeah. Accident. Whoa, wow. All almost 400 people that we're investigating just like happened to be all completely killed. Wow, what a coincidence! What an accident. Ow, ow. Oh well, I guess we're not going to investigate anymore. Yes, ma'am. She's right over here. Oh, oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Ow. I feel like I need to work on my voices more.
Good birdie.
Okay, so Ray is doing like a nasally like ow. Jess was kind of a more high pitched like ow. Hey, how convenient for the corporate the lawyers have asked me to stop talking. I guess. All 400 people died in one explosion. Yeah, it's quite tragic. You know, there's spontaneous explosions. They really have a habit of just coming out of nowhere, huh? How bizarre that they all lived off a bridge in remote areas late at night. Wow, dangerous bridge. I'm able to do oh my god, wait. Hold on. I need to move my keyboard. Wait. Objection! Yeah. Hold it! Yeah. Random mental image. Your model is this outfit. What does That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hold it! Wait, no. Hold it. There. And then I can do the Edgeworth like smile, sort of. Sort of. I need a yeah, I can point at things. You can be like, oh, this person over here. I mean, like, I've been seeing some people like do this more over the last like year or two, and that's part of the reason why like I've been really excited to try to like get in this level of being able to do it myself. Because like whenever I watch Zen streams, like Zentreya streams where she's doing full body tracking, it's like fucking awesome. Rainho as well is another like largish VTuber who has I think one of the night like a really phenomenal model and like really phenomenal tracking now. What she's doing is pretty cool. Also, dude, Francis could be near arm of the desk with the. I need a whip. Yeah, wait. Yeah, maybe I can get a prop for that? Hold on. Wow. It says right here in the autopsy that they died immediately. So how did they? I don't know. I can't improv a case right away. Nikolai would trust Alice to defend me from murder charges. I wouldn't trust me. The paper is invisible. Oh my god, U.S. friends is good about relations and a whip. That. Oh, wait. With leash instead of whip, and whenever Phoenix starts to talk, throw the leash. Phoenix gets leashed, which means now we need art. Phoenix right on leash. Wow. Hi, Ginger Cat. Wow. That is a territory. But Phoenix had been whipped. He's had coffee thrown on him. He's kind of suffered a lot through the various machinations of his adversaries. I think Alicia's it's not that far from the things that he's been subjected to. He's been lasered? Yeah. You know, just work on an asylum bunny butt. Shit, did I mess up? On the contrary. Eyes wide. She's a DA. Wait, Meg? Wait, have we seen that name before? Is that... I mean, that's Megan, I'm assuming. Oh, sorry, Morgan. No, wait. No, yeah, no, not Morgan, Meg. Have we seen... Eyes wide, she's a DA. Staffer. Or no, it's somebody else? Who's Meg? Oh! Right. Let's go find that. That's right, Meg. Meg is a derogatory term, a hateful term used to refer to so-called mega corporations for anyone who works on. By the way, the world building in this game is phenomenal. It's very, very on point. Like this one. There are numerous unverified explanations for how the term originated. Some say it is natural evolution of the slang word shark, which was used to refer to ruthless individuals or businessmen in the late 20th century. Others claim that Meg was originally short for Megan, a sort of archetypical individual that defended the corporations that corporations have made to society, or the contributions that corporations have made to society. Tired of having to read anti-industrial sentiment on the net? Check out our auto-censor tools that replace harmful words like Meg with family-friendly alternatives like job creator or patriot. Yeah. No, like, this is believable slang, and this is believable fucking bullshit of it. Pirate softwares, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, putting Patriot there is fucking... Well... Yeah, no, this game was made very recently. And sci-fi generally is a satire and criticism of now. You know, it's taking like where we are now, pushing it to an extreme, be like, look how fucking bad things might get. Yeah, I know. Also, that was like, hey, do you want to sign up for the Lally Low program? Have all harmful words replaced with this catchy little phrase. Yeah, this is definitely past November. Okay, she succeeded spectacularly in getting Noble's ears perked up. Oh, Emma Rockford. Didn't think I'd run into you here. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be here either. But the powers that be think my presence sends a strong message to the Meg, so... No, wait, what are you doing here? Here, let me come down over here more. A few minutes later. Oh, see. Yeah, sorry for your loss. Oh, thank you for saying that. And thank you, Detective Reyes, for your many kind words. We can't all be as talkative as you. Normally, quoting poetry would feel pretentious, but you were so genuine in your reading. Bite me. Oh, I don't know if there's a need for all that. Very mature, Detective. Did you come up with that yourself? Oh no, that's Kaguya's signature pose. Like the pop star? I don't know what you're talking about. You can admit it if you do. Well, there's nothing to admit because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who that is. Wait, you're saying that you don't know who Kaguya is? She's the most famous? Yeah, well, I don't know who that is, so... Ma'am? Huh? Weren't you about to say something? Oh, well, yeah, I'm so surprised to see you here now, Morgan. Are you helping plan the services? Actually, the company will be planning David Asher's funeral service. Wouldn't his family want to take care of that? No. No? No. Oh, I see. Sorry. But if that's the case, why are you here, Morgan? Aha! Oh, gosh, I'm sorry to disrupt your morning. Hey, you're here for the same reason as the other suit they've got crawling around. Money. Oh, you're not wrong. There are a lot of annoying insects with annoying agendas going around before my friend's body is even cold. But the honest truth is I don't even know if David had a will. The company helped him manage his estate. Legal is probably already on it. Actually, judging by how much the coffee that intern is carrying onto the elevator, I'm certain they are. Morgan's always using that. Right, so if you're not here for the funeral or reading of the will... Miss Starling asked me to come here, actually, on a matter unrelated to David's passing. Unrelated matter? Oh, that's convenient. Isn't it? But now that I am here, it's come to my attention that the police have made a determination of the case of David's death. And where did you hear that? Am I mistaken? No, you're right. They concluded it was suicide. Oh, wow. It can always kind of hurt to be blunt. Yeah, I was worried about that. Yeah, I'm sure you must be feeling... Because I'm going to have to contest that charge. Or what? The state has made a charge. I am arguing against it. The hell are you talking about? The police believe that David committed suicide. Suicide is a felony in this country, detective. It is technically a crime to commit suicide, yes, but we're not in the habit of bringing dead men to trial. Especially not for their own murder, Morgan. No, not to trial, of course. But there'd be preliminary hearing in a case like this. Bop. Yeah, make sure you have enough water. Make sure you have any snacks in your food bowls, you know. Your stuff in your beds if you got it. Okay, a preliminary hearing is a step in the criminal court process in which the judge or jury will evaluate whether there exists sufficient evidence to justify a trial. Between security systems, personal devices, biomonitors, IoT crumbs, automated dependents, and mods, it's extremely rare in modern times for the people's evidence of a crime to be found lacking, making preliminary hearings somewhat of a formality that is frequently sidestepped without protesting the defense. Okay. Also, Kaguya is the stage name of a singer-songwriter known for her powerful voice and her stage persona's intricately crafted lore, quote-unquote. After releasing a blitz of chart-topping singles, a quadruple platinum album, and a bevy of cultural hits, or a bevy of cultural reset music videos in just the last 3 years, she has come to be considered the leading living figure in pop music and popular culture realm. Kaguya's official age is listed as 1,086 years old. She released her first single in Orbit in 2083, which went on to peak at #1 in the Billboard Top 100, the Rubicon Digital Singles Chart, and the Nine8 Music Video Streaming Tracker, making it one of the fastest-selling singles in history. Personal details into pop star remain scarce, and protecting her anonymity has become a core part of her fan culture. Whether a retired facial analysis expert claimed that her stage makeup was formulated specifically to make her facial recognition on her possible, a representative for her record company met with the press to clarify that she is simply a private person who wants her fans to enjoy the experience. That is, Kaguya's voice. Kaguya Lore explained, Kaguya Iceberg explained, Kaguya Luna Tropic tour tickets where to buy. I kind of now wish I gotten Emma's, but it was expensive. The story details the life of Kaguya Hime, a princess in the moon. She was discovered as a baby inside the stalk of a glowing bamboo plant. As she grows, her beauty attracts 5 suitors seeking her hand in marriage, whom she turns away by challenging them in impossible tasks. She later attracts the affection of the Emperor of Japan. Oh. You think she is the pop star? Assuming the courts aren't busy that day, I'm afraid that on this occasion, I'm gonna have to insist on formality. Yeah, well, you really don't have much say in the matter, do you? With David gone, I have the only say, really. I am, after all, his criminal attorney. All that money and he needs his drinking buddy to be his attorney? Bullshit. I'm also skeptical, Morgan. It's a pretty serious conflict of interest to be your friend's defense attorney. Oh, you're absolutely right. It is a conflict of interest. And I would have said as much to him had I had the chance. What do you mean? I only found out he wanted me to be his attorney today. After he died? What the hell did you miss in that memo? Or how the hell did you miss that memo? Oh yeah, embarrassing, isn't it? But to be fair, it was hidden pretty well. Oh, I didn't know he had an Android, Morgan. Oh, it's cute. Thanks, but it's actually David's. And it's technically my witness. Oh, witness to what? Oh, Sarah is so cute. 38 hours ago, that is, David Asher communicated to me as a matter of record the following explicit legal intent. That in the case of any and all criminal charges brought against him in the state, his attorney would be Evangeline Morgan. Your first name is Evangeline? Oh, okay. Quadruple platinum in modern day is very, very rare, even for big names, if I'm not mistaken. Evangeline Morgan. Evangeline. Yes, Jenny, write that down. Good, good. How quickly you put a glowing barcode on your forehead? All I need is a PNG. I can do it pretty fast if I just need a PNG for it. Ivy, this is, oh my god, it didn't change the game category. Hold on, let me tell you what the game this is after I do this. There we go. This is a game called Of the Devil, which is a Phoenix Wright-like / Danganronpa-like. That's very recent. Only the first chapter is out, which is very, very good. The game is called Just Chatting. We're just chatting. Neon Genesis, Evangeline Morgan. But yeah, no, if I had a PNG of a barcode that would work, I could put it on my head. like I could do that as a sticker in Beanan. It's about murder. I'm not amused. No, wait, seriously, your name's Evangeline? Did your parents name you after a Christmas Carol? Should we all be curtsying? Like, it's not that funny. No. Of course not. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Evangeline. Or do your friends call you Angel? I hear Kaguya's on tour, detective. Should I get you tickets? You could have your dad drive you, like all the other 15-year-old. Hey! Oh, it feels like we're getting off topic. Were we just... I was telling you that David Asher wanted her to be his criminal defense attorney. Imagine my surprise. I released a game starring a femboy with huge breasts and very strong jawline. Call it Trailing at Jugs Chatting. An android's recording of a verbal expression of intent isn't exactly ironclad, Morgan. Yeah, that's fair. And if we're going to be going before an upper level court, I would expect that to be open to all kinds of scrutiny. But we're talking about a preliminary hearing. A formality, as he called it. If he asked for representation, he deserves representation. It doesn't matter whether he's alive. Am I missing something? What difference does it make? Not an adjutant words would you get chosen enough to sentence a dead man. No, there won't be a sentence, but the adjutant would have to render a verdict. And verdicts have consequences, even for the deceased. Is that what this is about? What's she getting at? If the court agrees this is a suicide, that verdict will retroactively affect evaluations of the individual's mental health. Like, whether he was in his right mind or not. You know anything about his estate tax law, detective? No. But I'm sure you'll be happy to educate me. Oh, more than happy. An individual found by a court to not be sound of mind can't very well give their consent to the lawyer drawing up their will. If his will is compromised, all of David's considerable assets will suddenly be thrown into legal limbo. In which case, the state would be legally obligated to come in and pick up the pieces. So this is just about his money? Ugh, I'm almost disappointed in Morgan. Well, when you take into consideration all the factors, it's actually more complicated than that. For example, ha! Never mind. No, Starling, you just speak your mind. All I need to say is that while Dr. Asher did have significant holdings in art, real estate, and intellectual property, he also, of course, owned a great deal of stock in numerous corporations, principally Noble. If he was ruled not sound of mind, and his shares were to end up acquired by the government, Noble will suffer a serious blow to its commercial image and its standing in the financial community. All of which is to say, there's a great deal at stake here. Not the least of which is the reputation of a man whom I was proud to call my friend. You're not buying this, are you? In case you haven't noticed, the city is working closely with Noble on this. They're not going to let you bring in them any unwanted attention. Pauline did her part. They're watching. And they've stopped trying to hide it. So anxious you have to get high just to talk with confidence. Yeah, oh. Poor girl. Also, mood. Jeez. I mean, taking that more as like... This is analogous to smoking, right? It's just like something to calm her nerves. But worse. Not that I smoke. Remember how Morgan tried telling Sarah to command its mode only? Is it weird I wish I could have that? Like, not even just a freak of rage, just lay back and go on autopilot, let my girlfriend take over for something. That has a lot of names for that thing. But there is different levels of exploring that safely with consent with partners. You are certainly not alone in that. In some way, like, I mean, the whole puppy girl thing can also, like, distill down to that, right? Depending on how far somebody goes with it. But there also is, like, legitimately robot or android cyborg type level of that too. Smoking is really bad for you. I'd argue some is actually safer than cigarette. Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%. Smoking is super bad for you. Maybe this substance actually would be better than smoke because it wouldn't, if it has better things in it than that. Yeah. From here on out, it's a gamble. Noble Electronics already has unwanted attention. Why are you raising your voice? If nothing changes, by the end of the day, the whole country is going to hear about David Asher committed suicide. By midnight, there will be questions about his competency. Concerns about why the brain inside every single Noble ad was built by an apparently unstable man. The shareholders will have nothing to do all Sunday but brood over that sad thought and all its disturbing implications. By the time the markets reopen on Monday, I would expect a great deal of volatility. Oh no! Volatility! Oh, is that so? I understand Noble's apprehension, of course, Emma. I just feel like right now, the fiscally conservative thing to do would be to not get in my way. So you've got your reasons, and Noble's got a lot to think about. But why should the district attorney's office devote valuable time playing out this game of yours? Oh, because they're certain they'll win. That goes without saying. The court should have an opening at 6 p.m. I didn't have anything planned. Ah, then it's a date. Detective, would you get our clearance set up? Yes, ma'am. Updates every hour, yeah? You're out on a limb, Morgan, but not linger. Here. Ow! Hi, Angel P. Hope you're having a good night. For hip, don't inhale things. Yeah. Yeah, lungs are delicate. And honestly, is just as a site for like a lot of bad things to enter your body. Like, be careful what you breathe in. wasn't it found recently that like all vapes, I mean, we already knew that vaping is not the best, but like I think wasn't it found recently that like all the kind of vape cartridges, um was it they all contain lead, or they're all like just like letting out lead? Was it lead or is it something else? Deposits heavy metals. Deposits heavy metals. Copper. Yeah. No, it's not great. And like all vaping. So completely outside of anything about nicotine or or marijuana or whatever, all vaping is like has danger to it because of that. Oh, I can't wait. Can I actually catch a shrimp? Hold on. I'll try catching. Ah, come on. Ah, I'm not getting any treats. I think I can't catch treats. I think it's harder when I'm in full body tracking. Because I think it doesn't actually aim at my hand specifically. Or no, it should. Wait. Oh my god, I got one. Or did it just go right to my mouth? Oh my Oh my god! I want it. I want it. Oh, I can't grab it. Oh. Wow. Happen what if I vape pure estrogen? Going through a coil, there'll be heavy metals. Yeah, like I think the thing about it is like the vape cartridge delivery system, that the way what's happening there is going to release. Oh, that went in my head again. Oh, right. Clearance from all the relevant sites and police firewalls. You can interview and investigate with your authority as an officer of the court now. If you haven't already been doing that, don't even think about being sloppy with discovery on this. Rockford might think you're funny, but I appreciate the warning, Detective Reyes. It's nice to know you care. I live to serve. And protect. Oh, phew. Thanks for the assist, darling. Yeah, no sweat. Are all cops like that? Or are they more like Detective London gentlemen? Hmm. Wait, what? Mod clear messages? Just like this part? Oh wait. Clear this there? That message? Yeah, I'm leaning to say most of like him. We have nothing to go on, but like that's what I would hazard. Most of them out of like London, yeah. Courteous and polite and friendly? Lazy. Oh. Right. Well, I'll see you at the courthouse tonight. If you need anything in the meantime, don't be afraid to ask. Good luck. Both of you. What do we do now? Well, I have a few options. I have access to the crime scene now, probably the best place to start. I'd like to help with the company building as well. Do you get me registered? Among other things. Either David killed himself or he didn't. But if he did, it's almost certainly his asshole corporate overlords who are to blame. In which case, I want to take my sweet time raking them over the coals. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. What about Father? Where can we see him? He'll be at the morgue by now. Medical examiner will speak to me now that I'm operating the court authority, but if I stop and flash paperwork at every nurse and security guard with nothing better to do than ask questions, I have to... What's to look for? You were Father's friend. Thank you again for reminding me. Aren't there people you'd like to speak with? Are there friends you'd want to know? Yeah, bad news travels fast. I'm sure everyone in the country has heard about David at this point. But all the heartbreak shit did keep me pretty occupied these past 2 weeks. And I was never on to pry. If there was someone who could tell me more about David's personal life over the last several months, it'd be worth the effort of finding them. Do you have someone in mind? Somewhere he met recently? He spoke about becoming close with someone this year. A musician. Yeah, now that you mention it, there was a P.O. something that David might have mentioned when you talked back in... I'll begin a search. I completed my search. I found nothing. Yeah, thanks to your old college try. Mimicking her. Aww. Is that really the best you can do? Father was a private man, in person and online, with just a few letters, and the fact that he is a musician, I'm afraid I cannot have enough to go work information to, don't have information to narrow down its results, Adonai. No, we have plenty of information. We just need the right person for the job. Oh, what job is that? Expunged. I've only known Sarah for 5 minutes, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine quote. Precinct 112, detainment room. Number was your button. And who would you have even called? Oh, I don't know. I still should have gotten my phone call. Instead, I got you. Who are you again? My latest guardian? New foster parent? I'm gonna call you mommy. I'm not really the motherly type. Hey, we might actually get along. So I've got good news and bad news. I'm not your guardian, I'm your lawyer. You've been given a lawyer because you're being charged with felony. Fascist pig. Sweeping schools of felony now. Hacking into the government database has been a felony for a very long time. That wasn't me. They have your keystrokes, your IP address, your login times, and a playlist you were listening to. That was for a homework assignment. Rats, pronouns are they, them. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Here's what I don't get. You got in, copied the data, you could have gotten right out. State wouldn't have known they'd been robbed until they saw their classwork show up in the black market there 2 weeks later. But you didn't get out. You stayed and made changes to the database. You robbed the bank, got clean money, then dragged a can of spray paint behind you all the way home. Why? Look, I didn't steal anything. That wasn't already compromised. The only data I edited was my own. So if anything, they should be thanking me for correcting their mistake. What, did I get your birthday wrong? My name. Name changes are only 2 pages of paperwork. You just need to fill out the form. Yeah, and get a signature from a parent or guardian. So, what's the good news then? The good news is that, well, I'm your lawyer, not your guardian. Well, doesn't count as good news. That's just a thing you said. Oh, don't be so sure. A lawyer is a lot better than a guardian. How's that? Parents, guardians, foster whatevers, they're all supposed to take care of you because that's the right thing to do. A lawyer is someone who always does what's best for you, no matter what, because that's how they get paid. So good at your job. Got it. Oh, so hacking into her database is a felony now. Wow. Could have told me that sometime before. Wait, what's this? Pickable toothpicks? Non-toxic oral stim? Oh. Oh! Oh, that's kind of cool. Hello, Monsieur. It's pronounced Monsieur. Cure. I know how it's pronounced. What did I just get? Cur. Dog! An archaic term for dog. An abandoned mutt or stray. Did you mean cur? My heart. So literally, hello, my dog. Woof. Woof. Don't call me that. When I met Fran at the police station, I couldn't help but bet that I'd land the jackpot. A valuable asset with a skill set compared to your own personal and private pursuits. Someone who, after seeing the sweetheart probation deal I managed to land for them, would be more than happy to help me with whatever I needed, whenever I needed. Oh, it's so cold, Fran. I can't even get a good hello. Yeah, no such thing. Nothing good's ever happened until the afternoon when people are actually awake. What I got instead was a compulsive flyer with a horrific sleep schedule and a crippling addiction to poor time management. Hey, I don't lie. My sleep schedule isn't that great. And my time management isn't that good either. What do you want, Red? I can't call you up for just for fun. Not if you don't want to get blocked. I needed to find somebody for me. Can't do it. I've got homework. We both know that the only time you ever do your own homework is during the classes too. And I've got sports. You can't tell basketball from a hockey stick. And I've got a bidding war to win. You're the only person on Earth bidding on 70-year-old Kooky and Air Jodan vintage reps friend. I think you can take your eyes off the auction block. So yeah, so sorry, but I'm busy. So I'm going to skip straight to the carrot portion of the routine. But if you insist on doing things from the top, I had an interesting conversation with your parole officer yesterday. Oh yeah, they've been really into the self prefixes lately. What? Self-motivation, self-actualization, self-help. Oh. And he thinks you could really benefit from it. You're lying. He's got all the workbooks ready. Clearly your Saturdays are stacked, so I'll make sure your Sundays are full of... Fine, I get it. I needed to find a local musician. Oh god, no, you something one of those electro swing or some awful... Last name Powell or Parker? And that's all you got? They'll be in David Asher's circles. Wait, Asher? You're working on that? That should be more than enough for a clever kid like you yourself to go on. Don't go expecting any miracles. Or, I need this soon, within an hour, ideally. I have other clients, don't you? Other clients who actually pay you on time. Musician, find him. Okay. Even talking with a phone, you're very animated, Adonai. What do you mean? Just that you're very expressive when you talk to people. Of course I'm expressive. If I wasn't, how would anyone know what I'm thinking? I see. I'll keep that in mind as we... Wait, you really expected to tag along? Of course. Father was... Yeah, I know. I know you want to, but why should I let you? Because I am capable and helpful. I am capable and helpful. I mean it. I can take notes for you. And move heavy objects. And I'll learn to do more. There's always a chance the Phoenix will attack and lose his memory before defending you. It just happened. What? Which one was that? That was the second one, right? Or was it the third one? That line about her getting paid is why I would take her over Phoenix as a defense attorney. Phoenix defends because it's the right thing to do. Morgan defends because you get paid. Yeah. Yeah, the second one, Justice for All, yeah. The third one is the one with the, like, young Phoenix being defended. Who's, like, suddenly a really big fan of this girl. There's a good puppy android. Aww. And I'll learn to do more. How? I will subject every individual we encounter to a basic survey to procure biological or biographical information on them while I gain experience in questioning. Subjecting them to torture. I can help, but don't I? How fast can you fill out forms? Fast. Congratulations, you're halfway to being a paralegal. Huh? You coming? Right away, Adonai. Not that much. A little bit there, but not overall. Not that much. And Sarah, 200 kilograms. Unemployed paralegal? Question mark. Likes martial arts. Carbonation. Collarbones. Collarbones are pretty cool. Yeah. Just like static, blackouts, elevators. Talents. I'm good at a lot of things. Skills. I'm not sure how skills differ from talents. I also like the 180 rule. Wait, the 180 rule. Yeah. So this, I was expecting that like she was the question mark in the bonus scenes. And this is where the bonus scenes took place. What's going on with this game? We are investigating the murder slash suicide of the person, main character Morgan's friend. The 180-degree rule in art where if it looks good and flip it. Do you see if it has symmetry issues? Oh, that might be what it's referring to, actually. 180-degree rule. Filmmaking guideline to maintain spatial consistency in a scene? It has a Wikipedia article. Oh, it's the, wait, I mean, it could be, the art one makes sense. It could also be the filmmaking one of less, like, if you, I guess to maintain consistency, like, that if you're flipping to the other side of people, that you should, yeah, maybe that's, I feel like that would be less relevant though, but the first character is always frame right of the second character. Moving the camera over the axis is called jumping the line or crossing the line. Breaking the 180-degree rule by shooting on all sides is known as shooting in the round. The rule states that the camera should be kept on one side of an imaginary axis between two characters, so the first character is always frame right of the second character. And moving the camera over the axis is called jumping the line or crossing the line. I see. Whoa! Meh. First talker is always on the left side of the camera. Got it. Oh, good. My tracking turned off again. Hold on 1 second. Okay, this I need to figure out why this happens. Oh, my Venia like shut off too. Here, hold on. Let me. Yeah. And I should have saved. So we should be okay. Yes. I'll put myself over here. Campaign from regular size seahorse to giant Alice seahorse. Wow, the scale between us is really off, isn't it? A little bit. A little bit. Wait. God. Must go to bed soon. Set up his game. Good night, cricket whistle. Sleep well. Size difference tag. Dining room. All right. By the way, as funny as it might be to say what just happened, but the stream has done a lot to calm us down after a bad day. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Okay. You could have taken the next. No, wait. You could have taken the next one. It's a busy building, detective. Can't hold up everyone else on our account. Anything you'd like to grumble at me before I start? Don't touch anything. I don't care that you're wearing gloves. I have been to crime scenes before, you know. Long before the police got here, there are many cases. Look, Rockford asked me to not get in your way, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna bend over for you. Do you at least have the autopsy report? No. Are you seriously? I don't. She doesn't? The report should have come in hours ago. It wouldn't take this long unless the cause of death was still... Then I'd settle for a summary of the preliminary findings. An emergency call was made shortly after 8 p.m. at last night via the home security system. Did you see your eyes? Wait, whose eyes? My eyes? No, Morgan's eyes? Yeah, whenever Morgan does an aside, her eyes, like, black over. Yeah. Yeah, whenever she... So, Morgan, and the way Morgan is, like arted, drawn, expressed through the game is so good. Like, everything you see when she's talking to other people 100% is a mask. Like, she is very expressive when she talks because she is very particular and intentionally, like, conveying what she wants to convey to other people. Whenever she does her thoughts, you're seeing that kind of, like, peel back a bit. Also, yeah, Reyes has a bionic eye. That's also why she wears an eye patch. But that lets her do that stuff. Those are Morgan's fun eyes. Emergency medical services have had a VTOL in the air within a minute. Landed on the penthouse's helipad at 8:08. Dr. Asher was found unconscious with low blood pressure and a weak heartbeat. He wasn't breathing. In-flight auto triage administered artificial CPR while in transit to Gatesfield Memorial. He was declared dead within a few minutes after being taken to the emergency room. I see. And the cause of death is being investigated. Make an educated guess. He stopped breathing, so they gave him oxygen. His heart stopped pumping, so they had the machines take over. His brain activities dropped to 0, and there wasn't anything else he could do. It was poison, wasn't it? What kind? You don't know, do you? They don't know either. Like I said, ma'am, we don't have the autopsy report yet. Why are you certain it was poison, Adonai? Couldn't have been an accidental overdose? If he had overdosed on a commercial drug, even a pre-med student would have spotted it on the hospital's intake screening. They would have been able to sump his stomach, neutralize his bloodstream, and he would have lived. But he didn't live. So it must be something deadly, a compound designed solely to kill. Fast-acting, deadly poison that causes respiratory failure. The list can't be that long. Even just through process of elimination, the medical examiner should have identified it by now, unless you suspect a designer drug, don't you, detective? Yeah, for a real thighs and her poker face. Why is it you're only quick on the uptake when it suits you? Nothing else makes sense, given what we know and what we don't. But the CDCA decriminalized and cataloged all recreational drugs. I guess you aren't entirely clueless about politics. CDCA? So here's the laws passed in 2060 that decriminalized all narcotics use and established the Bureau of Narcotics Oversight to administrate the production, licensing, and distribution and taxation of drugs across the country. Overwhelmed by the civil unrest and eager to replenish the government, coffers the CDCA were intended to reduce the backlog of criminal cases across the country and provide the much-needed tax income while also incentivizing immigration with the promise of amnesty. And what is considered a domino effect, the other major nations around the globe passed comparable laws to build up their own depleted war chests and revitalize their local economies. The so-called white wave of global amnesty, I don't like that terminology, overturned the international drug trafficking market in just a few short years. The gray wave followed soon after, as money-starved criminal organizations waged an economic literal war against multinational corporations for dominance of this new gray market. Fierce competition for the government license to produce these classic narcotics emerged alongside a race to develop new, more powerful designer drugs and to monopolize on their sale in the months it would take to the government to identify and legalize them. While the rates of addiction and overdose deaths have dropped since their peaks in the last 2 decades, the dangers associated with untested designer drugs and drug distributors' eagerness to earn new customers has continued to fuel the debate over the legacy of the CDCA and the white wave as a whole. So a kind of move to decriminalize and legalize, but that involved like everything needs to be regulated. So new drugs are created and like quickly capitalized on outside of regulation to like basically try to get a piece of the money pie more. So whatever father overdosed on should have been in the hospital database. You need to update your definitions. You're confusing designer drugs with recreational drugs. Meow. In the literal sense, designer merely denotes any drug that's custom made by, as opposed to mass produced, typically outside of normal pharmaceutical industry standards. In common parlance, however, designer drugs, deeds, are illicit narcotics formulated to produce a recreational high. While the CDCA and the white wave that followed it legalized and taxed virtually all known narcotics, it did so alongside extensive documentation study, and those laws could only apply to drugs that have already existed. Any drug patent after the white wave must go through approval process and registration with the national and international authorities, a time-consuming process that can take anywhere from 6 months to several years. This time lag creates a window of opportunity wherein organized criminal groups can step in to meet the demand for a narcotic. What has become known as the riding the wave is a new normal for international drug trade, pitting mob chemists against corporate laboratories in a race to develop newer, more powerful, more easily habit-forming drugs, and cornering the market on them before legalization catches up. Oh, jeez, fuck. Wow. Is Nerve legal yet? Best Deads 2086. Nirvana designed by who? What's the difference? Oh no, dragon fruit. Oof. Hope you're okay. What's the difference? Recreational drugs are decriminalized and sold through pharmacies after years of testing and fountains of paperwork. While the average designer drug was invented last week in a 19-year-old line cook's bathroom on the other side of the globe. Hospitals can't know the proper countermeasures for an overdose of a drug that didn't exist 48 hours ago. I came across makeshift labs all the time when I was in uniform. The equipment's cheap and widely available. Black market cooks, gray market peddlers, and white-collar lobbyists all chasing each other's tails in a long line to find the next big hit. CDC didn't change shit. More people die from the ODs than ever before. Only difference is, it's their families finding them in the living room, and not beat cops finding them on the street corners. Real comforting, I'm sure. If it wasn't you talking, I'd say that was criticism of law enforcement. Not law enforcement. It's just law. It's just a law. Assuming it was a designer drug, that certainly makes things more complicated. For the insurance guys, maybe. For us, whatever he used to do it, he still killed himself. Or didn't kill himself, if you insist. I'm gonna take a look around now. Yeah, sure, make yourself at home. What's the face for? I thought that there would be an outline. An outline? Around where they found father. Like in the movies? Like in film? Connect to police's network and bring up their ARCS file. Augmented reality crime scene. Oh, I see. All wolf girls beyond this point was released? No. No. Yeah, which point? Meow. Ow. 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 Rolling. There is an outline, and so this is where he died at the hospital. This is just where the medics found him. And it's the sensors and the cameras they were wearing that create the basics of his arcs. Didn't realize they were walking into a crime scene, but their bodies cams gathered all data all the same. Well, where do we start? You can start by following behind me and trying to be as quiet as possible. I was trying to get a feel for when she's pouting, when she's not looking. Chessboard and a datapad with a series of characters on it. E4, C5, NF3, E6, D4, CX, D4, NX, D4. This is... Okay, E4, C5. So that's pawn to E4, pawn to C5. Is that knight to F3, pawn to E6, pawn to D4? What's CX, D4? Is N knight? I can't remember my chess rotation. What is CX, D4? An NX. Actually, no, the X denotes something. Oh, C takes D4. Is it take? C take D4. Knight takes D. No, yeah, knight takes D4. Is that what it is? So this is back and forth, right? So pawn to C4, pawn to E5, knight to F3, pawn to E6, pawn to D4. Column takes D4, knight, and then knight takes D4. So D4 had pawn taken by another pawn, then taken by the knight. Bug girls at the cage. Oh, cat girls get the harness. Yeah. Could that mean something, or is that just a chess game? Playing it real quick. Yeah. Bug girls and gawk. Actually, what's a quick way to do that? Chess.com? openings, courses, play coach, lesson library. There's a way you can practice, right? There's a way you can like practice just moves, right? No, that's not. That's just playing a game. It's not possible to take. Never mind, I did it wrong. Play offline. Okay, hold on. Oh, light chess. Oh. I was gonna do this. Yeah, here, hold on, let me, this should work, right? Yeah, there we go. Sort of. Oh, Sheriffland, thank you. Thank you for the resub. Thank you. Okay. So pawn to e4, and then we have c pawn to c5, so that, then knight to f3. See that knight, and then the pawn to e6, like that. And then pawn to d4. So capture. Oh yeah, C column capture d4. So this, and then knight takes that. This the standard Sicilian opening. Yeah, that feels like a pretty. I don't see anything like unusual about this. I mean, a chessboard doesn't have to mean anything. It could just be a chessboard. I think it's kind of like really on the nose for a chessboard to be like, oh, it's a cipher message. But also, he seemed to be like that, right? Like he left things in places. Did he explain to you why Gawk merges for your store instead of mine? Maybe, possibly. Yeah, I feel like that's just a game. I don't think that's not. I'm gonna say it's just a game. I don't really see anything in that. Murder Eyes of Morgan is something I'm very. Oh, we're all very normal about Morgan right now. Yeah. Amark doesn't enjoy the term Gawk, and she and I share a fourth wall. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, it's a pretty standard opening. There's nothing like weird about it. If it was something that was impossible, then maybe. But an algebraic notation. Was he studying an old game or playing it himself? Black has checkmate in 40 moves. Wow, a robot that's good at chess. Oh wow, we ought to put you in a museum. But I'll take your word for it. What do you mean? Do you not play it, don't I? No, especially not against David. Well, that's to be expected. Anyone who challenged Father to a battle of wits would naturally grow tired of losing. Every game starts the same. Each player has the same pieces, same moves, same options. It's a true test of wit, strategy, and forethought. To me, it always seems so boring. Too fair. The smarter player wins every time. And that is something you take fault with? Of course. How's a guy like me supposed to win a game like that? Interesting. I think we were right about that. That it wasn't anything special. It says here that when medics arrived, he was on the floor face up. Does that tell you something? Hey, if you were going to drink a glass of poison, would you be sitting or standing up when you did it? I find it very difficult to speculate on that hypothetical scenario. The seat by his body is pulled out. If If he was seated when he lost conscious, I would expect to find him slumped over on the table. But he wasn't found slumped over. No, he wasn't. And if he had been standing when he lost conscious, I would think he would have fallen forward, at least collapsed less neatly. So I can conclude from that, don't I? Only that I'm missing something. I always admire this view. The buildings gleam with reflections of holograms and sunlight, and their shadows obscure all the rundown, rotting parts of town. Maybe the view's secondary. Maybe all anyone really wants is to put as much distance between them and the street level as possible. Is it possible that a witness could have seen something through the windows? Not through these windows, no. David installed wide spectrum auto tint on all his homes, all his cars. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, you wouldn't notice unless you were viewing the penthouse from more than... Why did he care about so much about its windows? Police androids monitoring the scene could also take them for the real thing. By the way, they stand there trying to look important. Like an indoor dog taking its first trip to the park. Pardon? Why are you looking at it like you've never seen an android before? Because I haven't in person. David didn't even let you have a mirror? How brutal. Love how she keeps mimicking her thinking poses so cute. I know! Just scan its GIN if you're that curious. And the pouting! Unless that's considered you forward or whatever. Better take a closer look. Ah, password locked, but already cracked by the police, it seems. All the docs were taken home safe. Nothing spicy. When was the last use? 7:48 p.m. Still reading your work emails only a few minutes before committing suicide? Morbid. There's a lot of messages marked priority that breadcrumb their way back to an article. Warm android blood saves soldier's life in a stunning and... Oh, this one, right? This thing. In a stunning and heroic episode of one of the nation's most bravest soldiers had their life saved by a noble android, and in a way that no other competitor's product could. A brave private, named Withheld, was wounded during a military operation whose exact nature and location is currently classified. Bleeding badly and far from the nearest triage station, he was carried to safety by his fellow freedom fighter, an animate 16 enforcer, one of the few warm-blooded androids being currently tested out by the armed forces. But the android didn't just sit there and wait for evac. It opened up its own arteries and pumped life-saving UD, universal donor, synthetic plasma into the young man's veins, stabilizing him long enough for him to reach a military hospital. I have no doubt that he'd be dead if there was any other android fighting alongside him, said one commanding officer who asked not to be named. I always thought that Noble is only good at making ads that look good. Now I know they've got something inside them that no one else can compete with. The story brings a well-deserved shot in the arm to Noble's stock prices and market share. With this one heroic moment, Noble's warm androids have proven themselves to be worth their price tag and then some. And people in the capital are paying attention. Well, it's certainly an interesting idea, Senator Mathing said when asked about committing to a military contract from Noble to provide armed forces with war models. The story's got people talking. If we just ignore our constituents, feelings in this matter, we'd be neglecting our duty as politicians. And I know none of my peers would ever try to put a price on the life of one of our soldiers. While additional details about the incident have remained closely guarded, the net is already ablaze with talk of, oh damn, you're not logged into this device. Why don't you pop over your user details over the down below and we can enable crumbs so we can get the user experience you deserve. Great. That article I've been seeing going around. Why would Noble have marked it as priority? Starting said they weren't in any rush to pat each other in the back over it, even though they'd won themselves a real prize. Easy. I mean, like, a lot of it is easy PR. That's the main thing about this. Like, this is great PR. They don't have military contract yet, but that helps them get a military contract. Also, this being labeled priority makes me even more suspicious that this was staged and that this was not like a random happenstance, but something that was orchestrated. Yeah, they don't have a military contract set yet. So I'm going to say that for this it's more about, is it easy PR? Like this helps everybody get on board with the idea. Military contract possible. Nice fat bumping for Noble, one of their ads saving another soldier's life, so they weren't really struggling with popularity to begin with. More good press never hurts. Oh, it was military contract. But it didn't say that it was, so then it was actually gonna happen. Fine. Fine, game. Fine. Rude. I actually landed on my head again? Aw, cute. I missed it. I didn't see it was above me. 2 cups, 1 empty, 1 knocked over, and 1 mostly empty. These look cheap. Did his guest bring them? I've seen them before in the basement liquor cabinet. You kept these lying around? I knew he re-gifted those crystal glasses I got him. Arc says there's nothing foreign in the upright one, so it can't have been poisoned. We're also inconclusive on the other cup, however. It's bone dry. It's been nothing but fumes left by the time it was considered a crime scene, just not enough for them to test. Inconclusive could mean inconclusive means inconclusive. That's all. Cheer up and read me the results of the fingerprinting. There's prints on both cups, as expected, but there are someone else's on the upright cup. So someone else must have been here with him last night. Slow down. All that proves is that someone else touched the cup. Doesn't tell us when they did it. And since we don't know who the prints belong to... Why don't we know who the prints belong to? Are the prints flagged as unidentified, or... No, there's space for a name, but the field is black. Oh shit, am I already that late to the action? Detective Reyes... Yeah? There's a second set of prints on the cups. Is there a form you'd like me to sign? It doesn't matter how nicely you ask. Sometimes people just can't answer. You should know that damn well, Madame Counselor. I was afraid you say that. I don't understand it, don't I? What does that mean? It means that whomever these prints belong to has very proactive representation. Those prints belong to a witness, as you guessed. You're more than welcome to their testimony. But their identity is... The department is being very considerate of the witness's privacy out of respect for their crime and appreciation for their cooperation. Fine, forget the name. That easily? Subpoena is always an option, but I'm short on time. What did the witness have to say for themselves, detective? To paraphrase, they came to see Dr. Asher last night. The 2 of them talked, and they had a drink together. Then the doctor got sick, so they activated the emergency system for the panel in the kitchen. EMTs came and took them both of them to the hospital. Asher's condition got worse. All the witness vitals were normal. The witness had her vitals taken? Then there should be a record of their admission in Gatesfield. And that's it. Oh, I'm guessing you didn't just take all that on faith. Penumbra is set up at most of the rooms on the floor. Everything the witness told us was corroborated by the building's own surveillance system. So yes, we can guarantee that the witness never put anything in Asher's drink. I'm guessing that I can't have the keys to the Penumbra, can I? Not until the witness's lawyers are done reviewing it. Lawyers, plural. I don't have time to trade jabs to the law offices of Johnson, 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 and Johnson. Say, how do I give you their business card? Law office of Cochler, Gustav, Prince and Prince. I was close. No, I'll be getting any client info out of them directly. If all you bloodsuckers want to get together and tear each other apart, text me before you start. I'd like to watch. Yeah, I bet you'd like to watch. What does that even mean? I don't know. I need a moment to think. So so that was it? One chat, one peek at the cams, and you've already eliminated them as a suspect? Well, look, they were searched. They didn't have any poison, any drugs, not even a stick of gum. Even if they somehow did have poison on them, the camera footage confirms that they had no opportunity to use it. They drank from the same bottle as the dead man. As far as the department is concerned, they were nearly the second victim. But they aren't dead or even ill from the sound of things. So you think he poisoned his own cup beforehand and then poured them for both of them from a safe bottle? And that's what the evidence is telling us. There's nothing in the bottle or the witness's cup. We're getting evidence. Mwah. But after drinking from his cup, a cup he prepared himself, he fell ill and the witness didn't. And Asher didn't die. And Asher died with a foreign substance in his body. An unidentified foreign substance. Suicide by poison. I get that you were close and simple explanations aren't all that satisfying, but that's life. But then why would he do that with somebody there? Right? One last thing. You said he prepared his cup himself. Did you see that on camera? He left the parlor to get drinks and came back with his already poured. The witness says he got them from the basement. The witness says that, not the cameras. There are no cameras in the lab or the basement. It seems like a security hazard. Why would Noble not set things up more carefully? It's intentional. If cans of his lab ever got hacked, outsiders could steal his IP and kick Noble's monopoly to the curb. Right. David did complain about Noble's weird protocols for combating corporate espionage. At least we can take comfort knowing that Father was alone when he died. Yeah, that's worth investigating. I listen to Alice reading instructions on a loaf of bread. Would you like read instructions? Hey, friendo, check out my cool poison cup I can do. Oh yeah, this will be great. Check this out. It'll be great. This is good fun time. Rose River whiskey, 12 years old. You recognize it? Sure. Here's more than partial to the brand. It's a good brand. Only a bit overpriced, which is the bargain of a lifetime in David's world. It appears that the police have already tested its contents. No foreign matters present, was the conclusion. Wow. Ow. Thank you. How does bread even work? Actually, bread is like dead simple to make, actually. reading things and putting them on your Patreon. You want me to like put on just like me reading random things on my Patreon? I could do that. Do you want that? But bread is like very simple to make. It's just flour, water, and yeast is like the basics of all you need. Like you just have some flour, you activate the yeast. Either use like instant active yeast or whatever, or you can get yeast to like you just need to wait longer. What I usually do is like I make a little like spot in the middle of the flour and fill that with a little bit of water and a little bit of warm water too, and put like a packet of yeast in and stir it a little bit, drag in some of the flour into the water just a little bit to get the yeast started, and then let that sit for maybe like 5-ish minutes until it starts like bubbling more, and then start mixing it into all together with like the rest of the water. Effectively, you want instructions on how to use pre-made bread. Oh yeah. Well, see, when you to use our pre-made bread, first, buy from the store, take it home, place it near your shelf for using at a later date. When you're ready to use our bread, please remove it from your shelf. Then remove it from the packaging. Packaging may include a little plastic tab in the front, so you have to make sure to release it without snapping or breaking it. And unfurl the plastic, pull the bread out. Now, if you have our pre-made, pre-cut variety of bread, you should at this point be able to take a piece of bread and put it into your toaster or have it in however way you please. However, if you have our regular uncut bread, then you will need to cut this yourself. Make sure to grab a suitable cutting board and a suitable knife. A bread knife can be pretty decent, but also if you don't have a bread knife, then any regular chef's knife will do. Just be careful when you're cutting. Make sure to always keep your fingers and your thumbs away from your knife, and just simply cut yourself a slice, whatever thickness you desire. Typical customers might go for 1/2 inch. If you like something with a little more wheat inside, then you can go for a full inch. Once a month, people can hear you read a single chapter of Aragon. Fuck, could you imagine? Hi. Also, hi, Y2K. Thank you for the resub. And hi, Akami Heart. Thank you. I read a page of Bionicle lore. No. I read Bionicle lore from for just a whole video. That's what we do. Is it possible that the police missed a poison? No, even if they can't identify the poison, they can detect its presence by comparing samples of the whiskey to a bottle of the store shelf. So we can eliminate the possibility that the bottle of whiskey is poison. We'll have to find a smoking gun elsewhere. Spilled alcohol. The arc showed how it looked last night before it evaporated. No foreign substances in the puddle. It's clean. So does that mean that wherever the spill came from must be clean as well? Right, is there anything else? Oh, chair. One chair knocked over, probably where David was sitting. Must monetize the wolf. And one chair pulled out, a party of two. He never cared that much about socializing, but he enjoyed hosting. Contradictory guy. Seems there's everything critical on this side of the room, which leaves the kitchen. You see the camera footage of this dining room showing David and his guest. What about in here? Only camera in the kitchen is the one mounted on the camera on the call terminal. Console took a snap image when the witness ran into contact emergency services. May I see it? No, let's just get the witness's face off the pic first. Don't tempt me. This is where the emergency call was made. What time did the call go out? 8:04 p.m. Before you asked, the witness left the parlor at 8:03 p.m. Not enough time for them to alter the scene. I wasn't going to ask that. When did the medics arrived? 8:08, remember? Hell of a response time for a penthouse. Private EMS came by air. Yeah, they landed on the VTOL pad we saw outside, took in the Gates field. The very best if you can afford it. Looking around here, it seems like they could afford a lot. He's got his insurance through his employer, just like most people. Candace's executive plan for isn't like most people. Counselor. He had executive level? Not like most people at all. Good dinner now. Bye, Sir Spire. Bye bye. Three unwashed dishes in a single glass. Whereas these dishes haven't been scanned for prints yet. And I just assumed you might want to do your job. Yeah, there are prints. Most fact match the victim. But there's also... Huh? Hey! Don't sneak up on me like that. All I did was walk over to you. You knocked over the salt, don't I? I was focused on the task at hand. I didn't realize the tunnel vision was selling silicone in your mud. The salt. As I was saying, the witness's prints are on that glass. That glass in a sink? They were drinking for cups in the parlor. Did you see a glass on camera? No. So when did they touch this glass? You need to toss it over your shoulder. When? Oh, wait. Oh, the tracking fell off again. It's like every 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here, let me just do this. I need to fucking show you this error I just got. I don't. Steam VR destroyed my OBS. Jesus Christ. Cool. I'm sorry. This is my favorite part. God dang it. Here, let me just take off this this glove and let me show you this. Okay, so like save image, my desktop properly, and then add image. Oh my god. So when the tracking works, it looks pretty good. But God, this stream has been a lot of problems. Look at this. Look at this.
Yes.
What is this error? What happened? I mean, I can see it's an ending error, but Hi again. Hello. Yeah, that looks like a corrupted driver error. That happened when I turned Steam VR off. And I turned it off because like it had crashed or all my base stations turned off again. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm getting hot. My tracker's gonna die anyways. I'll just turn it off. So I pressed the button to turn Steam VR tracking off, and then it was like, no. Wait. Wait, actually, you've gotten the error before 2.0? Interesting. What, we have... No, we don't have the same video card, I don't think. I think NVIDIA drivers are kind of still in a shitty place, honestly. 5 to 6 times. Oh my god. Reinstalling video drivers? Oh, again? Okay. I could try. Not now. Okay, give me... Okay, well, ad break is happening and god dang it. I'll let the ad break happen, but give me a moment to, like, go, lower my desk. Is my... Oh, my thing's not turned on. Go to sleep. I see. Okay. So, and getting it out after you die, after you dying in DXVR cable. Maybe yeah, I mean, that would make sense because I did just close it. I think probably it was closing Steam VR probably in a bad way. And with the computer doing a lot, including rendering to the headset, probably destroyed it. Maybe. Give me a second. Below my desk. Okay. Oh god. Yeah. I shouldn't have closed TVR. It might have been that makes more sense to me, given what just happened. And given all the other issues, I guess I'll have to like sort through or test a lot more things with SteamVR itself to see like how I can get it working a bit better or cleaner. Oh, yeah. I didn't have to close OBS, but it did stop the stream. I stopped OBS anyways, or I just to make sure, but yeah. All right, well, that hopefully should be it for like stream technical difficulties. I think this is maybe the 5th restart I've had tonight. God, I'm sorry. A lot of pings too. And Well, anyways. I'm gonna get back to it after the ad break. Finally stable and afraid to update NVIDIA driver. Oh my god, I know. For Discord notifications. Oh. Yeah. To be fair, we discovered what the first 4 crashes was, or why it was happening, which is that like my video card actually was crashing because I had the wrong like voltage settings on it, because it got reset. Or changed, defaulted to the wrong value, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, whoops. Oop. Over here. Why? You think this glass was a murder weapon? It's bad luck, Adonai. Whacked him on the back of the head so fast it went between your video frames. Oh, that's genius. Oh, you should go through the footage frame by frame to prove your theory. Meh. Mature. It's bad luck. What have you been going on about? The salt? Shouldn't a machine be above petty superstition? It's not a superstition. It's ancient wisdom. Give me one logical reason to care then. If too much salt spills on your food, it'll make you gag. Maybe it's on me for setting the bar too low there. Wait, what did I just get? Was that evidence? Oh yeah, salt shaker. Salt shaker was accidentally knocked over during the investigation. Cap was loose, and so salt spilled all over the countertop next to the sink. Spilled salt is an omen of bad luck, according to some. Consuming too much salt at once will make you gag, according to Sarah. Why was that put into confidential data evidence? Yeah, the salt. You just toss the salt over your shoulder. Messy workspaces, but a pristine kitchen. David is a good cook, but only for others. Lucy, I guess he'd happily eat instant ramen and protein bars for all 3 meals. Or 2. Or 1. No signs of food prep to be found, not so much as a cheese board, so whoever this guest was, they must have shown up unannounced. David's fridge. Normally I wouldn't go poking in the pantry at a crime scene, but this was poisoning. Some white wines chilling in the drawer, some real cheap liquor stuffed in the icebox. Old habits. Reyes, you said you left the parlor and came back with the whiskey from the basement. Ha! That's the cam show, yeah. There's plenty to drink right here, and unlike the cabinet downstairs, it's actually cold. You must have wanted Rose River in particular. Well, what's that look for? Are you hungry? I am an android. I do not get hungry. Are you being sarcastic? Only mostly. I thought you said you required organic nourishment. I do ingest organic substances, but it doesn't mean I experience hunger as you do. So, when you don't ingest organic substances for a long time, I become tired. Oh, what a great feature. And when I'm done digesting, I don't need to know that. Salt. Salt! You now had a chance to survey the crime scene. Yeah. So what do you think you know what happened? Detective, is this body still at the hospital morgue? Yeah, he's at Gatesfield, along with 100 noble megs who've all called dibs. Then I'll just cut in line. Sarah, get me a ride to the Gatesfield Memorial. What? You can do that, can't you? I can, but I need your payment information to get started. Yeah? Okay. Understood. On my way out. Got it? Sync complete. So pickup for 10 minutes should be plenty. The crowd down there seems to have gotten quite large. 10 minutes to reach pickup spot, maybe an ambitious target, don't I? How bad can it be? The salt! Approach the lobby's exit, the building's soundproofing begins to fail. The crowd has gotten bigger, but there's something else happening out there. Energy's not panicked yet, but it's creeping to the tipping point. Are this many people pissed off Noble for selling androids? The hell's gotten them so excited? I don't know, what does that symbol mean? In this rabble? Probably something vulgar. Which one? That heart with a bullet hole? Oh. I don't know. It's probably nothing. Based on net associations, appears to be a symbol for the heartbeat killer. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why would that freak have a symbol or following or these, whatever these people are? Why the hell would they be outside David Asher's apartment? Cousin Noble's trying to cover up the truth! They are? Those megs in there are scrambling to shred every document they can. We need to stick together, form a perimeter, and try to catch them when they go dump these scraps. Sarah, what are you hoping to find? Proof that Asher was killed for trying to blow a whistle. Blow the whistle on Heartbreak? Why Noble doesn't want the world to know that 816 is a sentient and homicidal? You think that Heartbreak is an android? You think whoever did this all was human? Look, she's not impressed. Noble's advanced prototype went amok and started killing random people. Don't be a lamb. It only looks random. There's a clear pattern as long as you're smart to see past the bullshit. Oh, okay. And how does one see past the bullshit? Stop engaging. Smart kid. She gets it. She's asking the right questions. What the hell are you talking about? No way those victims aren't highlighted. It's gotta be deniable ops. Oh no, is that what I think it is? Deniable is a fictional classification for clandestine state actions that need not be taken responsibility for because plausible deniability and military disinformation efforts create enough confusion that every party involved, even the victims, can spin the outcome to suit their own needs. No such designation exists. Deniable ops are common recurring concept in online conspiracy theories, often used. Let's hold on, let me mirror something. There we go. Often used to wave away questions about why supposedly explosive events are never reported on through the media or addressed by the world governments. It is also commonly claimed that deniable ops makes ample use of private military contractors in order to further distance governments from the political ramifications of their military's actions. Conspiracy theories are no laughing matter. If you're worried that someone you know might be indoctrinated or spreading misinformation themselves, you can report to the state at our non-confidential portal here. Oh, Jesus. Political ramifications of military action. Forgot the Ramses Burrows. Where'd you Tired boss. But I'll stay till you finish gaming. Aw. Okay. I mean, no, actually, I have to stop soon because it's 1 a.m. I'll try to go to the end of this scene-ish. Not that much longer. They must all be in DO together before getting their records bleached. Then, as soon as they've outlived their usefulness. What are you, nuts? Everyone knows the first 6 HK got were the 6 prototypes that came before him. Worm Andrew is so perfect, no one can tell the diff. A bullet to the heart is the only way to kill those other over-engineered freaks. Everyone's got a goddamn opinion. I see. Stop seeing, start moving. These people are insane. What do you eat some of that corn slop, asshole? You think you'd be the cyberpunk without ever thinking for yourself? Originally a term coined in a short science fiction story, and later having it going into a genre all its own. Cyberpunk, or cyberpunk historically, as referred to a counterculture centered around themes of underdogs resisting powerful corporate or government forces through digital guerrilla warfare. While the genre has persisted in modern times and evolved in numerous ways, over the last 2 decades it has taken on a new meaning as a kind of mythologized way of being for the adolescent, or disaffected to aspire to, a code of conduct that emphasizes anti-authoritarianism, community organizing, corporate disengagement, and socioeconomic consciousness. The so-called singular cyberpunk has become the 21st century man without a name, a wanderer with their own rule of law. Cultural critic Simon Essentia summarized the appeal as thus: there's no such thing as a 21st century hero. Is it any wonder that most of the vulnerable past the guidance? Users also frequently search for "Get Ready with Me Cyberpunk," the 99 Man Explained, and "Art Co-op's Legal." This game has inspired so much a high rate character, Felicia. It's such a well-constructed discussion of so many topics. It's so good. You think it's coincidence that victim number 6 was working on Harco crops? Reporting something in our food! These people, heartbreak, this is a goddamn embarrassment. The hell am I paying taxes for? The state can't shut this shit down. What about you, Donna? What do you think of this heartbreak figure? They're just a murderer. Should be caught and sentenced like any other murderer. But they must have some reason for doing such terrible things. Aren't you curious? Why? Are some reasons for committing murder better than others? Well, they might have experienced trauma or abuse, or they may have... Millions of people experience trauma and abuse every day. Millions. And yet, there's only one heartbreak. So you think they were just born that way? Oh, that's my guess. That's unsatisfying. Sad. I don't see why it would be. If heartbreak was born like that, then it never had a chance to be anything else. Oh, if heartbreak was born like that, then none of us normal people would ever have to worry about turning out like them. And it's kind of predestination. It means to never have to take responsibility for what they are. The state can make them take responsibility as soon as they catch them. You make it sound so trivial. They're a very dangerous serial killer. Just a serial killer. Just? If each kid shot someone every day, it would take them 1,132 years, about 11 months, in order to have killed 413,789 people. You did that in your head? I'm good at mental math. You counted the leap years. What is the significance of that number? Deaths within 18 months of the Blake Ford industrial disaster. Why am I so awake? It's only 1 a.m. Congestion ahead. We're currently limiting traffic related to this particular search due to a large number of edits coming from your net address outside your country's borders. We're proud to fight alongside variable_user country in combating disinformation. Foreign actors like those in variable_user adversary latest. You can read more about how and why this collaboration works here. My stream crashed again. Times like that number by 2 for the injuries, tacking at 182% for the burst to fix. 413,000 dead, and there wasn't anything evil about it. Just human error, some shoddy welding, and time. So you think the heartbreak is nothing by comparison? Perhaps that is the problem then. If they're nothing, if they represent nothing, then they can stand for whatever the crown wants them to. Please make a way. If officials are coming through, please disperse. Tracking? I had to turn it off. Ran out of batteries. And also, Steam VR crashed. And then OBS crashed. Oh, hi, Crunchy Pickle. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. What's up, raiders? Welcome by. Hope you're doing well today. God, it's been a ridiculous stream. Shaking Alice's Coke? Wait, like my can of Coke? Wow. Fascists! Noble owns the cops! London's only wait, now, hold on. What was the voice? Don't... Oh, you actually are! No, wait! But I can't drink that then. How dare you? Stop! No, so fine. Fine. I'll wait. Ow. Ow. Why? London's only the cops they build out in their factories. Very funny. Why are we tolerating this shit? You want me to wade into a crowd with a nightstick? Prove them wrong. You know what I mean. We're the only people in the city trying to do some goddamn good, and they're all just... that's part of the job, detective. No offense, man, but wearing a police badge earns you a little more of the hate than... Do they give prosecutors badges? I have an ID for a parking garage. Does that count? Depends. Do you ever hesitate to wear it out in the open? It's moral relativism yours is like a strange philosophy for someone in your profession, don't I? That's an interesting pose of her. Oh, breaking out the thesaurus on me. I'm only being realistic and humble. I'm just one woman, Sarah. Whatever I do, right or wrong, it's less than a % rounding error in the grand scheme of things. Do you tell that to your clients? No, but they come to appreciate it when I win. I don't mean cops in particular. The same deal applies to anyone who works at the state. Terms are stark, but the ink dried a long time ago. We all agreed to them. I don't recall ever recall voting for it. Well, not voting is how these things come to pass, so... We traded freedom for safety. Individual rights for collective power. State won, the citizens lost. The very least we could do is take criticisms head on. Look, I don't have a problem with the responsibilities of authority. Only with authority being challenged. But they treat us like we're the bad guys. Well, sometimes we are. Sometimes the law is wrong. So if any individual is too small to ever affect change... If the public's gonna hate us no matter what we do... And if corporations and governments will trample over people the same regardless of their character... And if we can't even be sure we're doing the right thing... What do you do, Adonai? What the hell do we do? I think it's pretty simple. It's not as complicated as you think. In times like these, in a world like this, the only logical way to live, the only moral way to act is do whatever it takes to win. Oh, this is what makes them a good toxic Yuri pairing. Okay, so this game is called Of the Devil. This is a Phoenix Wright like crime scene investigation, and then courtroom drama, and like presenting evidence, going through witness testimonies, all that. But with a really cool, I don't know, it's just really cool. It's done really, really well. Yeah. It's very good. Yeah, they're both mutually insane, I swear. Yeah, they're awesome. If I'm insignificant in the grand scheme of things, I can do my worst and no one will notice. If power is inherently evil, holding back won't save your soul. Just fight with both barrels and trust the opposition to do the same. Winner takes all. And this design is fantastic. Okay. It is like 1:30. I probably should stop, lest my stream crash yet again. Ooh, her outfit would be awesome. Also go eat. Well, just because you said that, I'm gonna keep playing. No, don't tell me what to do. I do need to sleep at some point, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna go to sleep right away. I'm gonna go watch like Dr. Stone or something. Also, I guess no, I don't need to do a beg report because it didn't turn out to be the gloves that the problem. Yeah. Okay. I think I won't do full body tracking next stream because I need to test this a lot more and for longer periods of time to make sure that it doesn't crash my computer so much. But maybe I'll try recording in it in short bursts. But yeah, I'll do something. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for putting up with all this stuff and everything. God, this ridiculous stream. We can go race and say hi to Seahorse. Yes, let's go Billy Seahorse. Yeah. I had a lot of fun today. I'm really happy with how the tracking worked otherwise. Like, I'm really, it felt great. I think it looked cool too. Thanks, Jim. Thank you for being here. Yeah, have a good night. I'll catch you all on Thursday. And yeah. Meow. Meow. Okay. See you. Bye. Oh, Cyber told you. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's lovely meeting you. Yeah, sure. It's like 1:30 a.m. or else I would have gone longer. Also, I've been standing for like 5 hours. So I only just sat down recently. So like I'm super tired. Yeah, lovely meeting you. For anybody who came at the raid who doesn't know me, my name is Lunazera. I'm a trans wolf girl. I make YouTube content online if you like trans memes and stuff. I got some videos of that kind of thing. Just trans positive content, that sort of stuff. And streams are an assortment of stuff like this. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. Bye. See ya.